Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So, I was trying to set up a proper home theater system recently, and let me tell you, cheap soundbars and basic TV setups just don't cut it when you're watching a movie with big action scenes or trying to feel every note of your favorite album. The bass gets lost, the dialogue sounds muffled, and you end up craning your neck just to hear what's happening on screen. It's frustrating, especially when you've spent good money on a nice TV. That's why I was excited to try out the Sony BRAVIA Theater Bundle, which pairs a high-end 75-inch 4K TV with a 16-speaker sound system designed to make everything feel immersive. If you're tired of half-baked audio setups, this might be the upgrade you're looking for. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First off, the sound quality here is next level. I've used soundbars before, and while they're better than built-in TV speakers, they still can't match the depth and clarity of a real surround sound system. This bundle includes the HT-A9M2 soundbar with 16 speakers, yes, 16, that work together to create what Sony calls 360 spatial sound. What that means in real terms is that the audio wraps around you, not just from the sides but from above too. I watched a sci-fi movie with a lot of spaceship flyovers and explosions, and I could feel the sound moving around the room. It wasn't just coming from the front, it was like being inside the action. That's something you don't get with a basic setup, and it makes a huge difference in how immersive your viewing experience is. Another thing I really like is how easy this system is to set up and use. A lot of home theater systems require running wires all over the place or dealing with complicated calibration. Not this one. The soundbar connects wirelessly to the TV, and the setup process is pretty straightforward. Sony's app guides you through positioning the speakers, and within minutes, you're up and running. I also appreciate that it runs on Google TV, which means I have access to all my favorite streaming apps like Netflix, Disney+, and YouTube in one place. Plus, with Google Assistant built in, I can just say, "Hey Google, play the latest Marvel movie," and it starts without me having to grab a remote. That kind of convenience is a game changer if you're someone who just wants to sit down and watch without fussing with settings. The TV itself is a beast. The 75-inch 4K display is stunning, with bright colors and deep blacks that make everything look lifelike. I've noticed that even in well-lit rooms, the screen doesn't wash out, which is a common issue with cheaper TVs. The BRAVIA 3 processor also does a great job upscaling lower-resolution content, so even if you're watching something that's not in 4K, it still looks sharp. I streamed an older movie the other night, and it looked way better than I expected. If you're pairing this with the sound system, you're getting a full cinematic experience right in your living room. One thing I want to mention is how well this system handles dialogue. I know a lot of people struggle with muffled or hard-to-understand speech in movies, especially when there's a lot of background noise. The BRAVIA Theater Bundle has a feature called Clear Voice Enhancement, and it really works. I watched a dialogue-heavy drama recently, and every line was crisp and easy to follow, even when characters were whispering. That's a huge improvement over cheaper sound systems where you're constantly adjusting the volume or leaning in to hear. I also love that this bundle includes everything you need in one box. You're getting the TV, the soundbar, and all the necessary cables and mounts. That saves a ton of time and hassle compared to buying everything separately. Plus, since it's all from Sony, you know the components are designed to work together seamlessly. I didn't have to worry about compatibility issues or whether the sound would sync up properly with the picture. Everything just worked out of the box, which is a huge relief. Now, I'll be honest, this isn't a perfect system. The biggest downside is the price. This is a premium bundle, so it's not cheap. If you're on a tight budget, this might not be the right choice for you. Also, while the setup is easy, the soundbar is pretty large, so you'll need enough space in your living room to accommodate it. If you have a smaller setup, this might feel a little overwhelming. But if you're serious about getting a true home theater experience and you have the space and the budget, this bundle is absolutely worth it. Overall, I'm really impressed with the Sony BRAVIA Theater Bundle. It delivers on the promise of immersive, high-quality sound and stunning visuals without the hassle of a complicated setup. If you've been putting up with mediocre audio or just using your TV's built-in speakers, this is the upgrade you've been waiting for. The link is below if you want to check it out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.